Hey folks, it's Jack, back with more Buzzword. Didn't do so great last week, hoping to do a little better this week. We're getting into that phase where you can start knocking off some of the bad scores, some of the bad weeks you had. This is going to be the pop culture and sports combined. So remember when you're playing Buzzword, when anybody's playing Buzzword, questions are going to go from more obscure to more well known. And the sooner you buzz in, the more points. As soon as you buzz in and get it right, the more points you get. So let's see what this week has in store with question one.
This TV show's closing credits featured Ernie Barnes's painting The Sugar Shack. Much of this show was set in the high-rise apartment of a mother named Florida, who first appeared on the...
Oh no, that's Florida was what's happening. Good times. That was good times. Yeah. Yeah, it was good times with Jimmy Walker, Dynamite. Yeah, I was buzzing in thinking it was going to be the Jeffersons, but the matriarch on the Jeffersons was Wheezy, who passed away before the series ended.
Trula Twist has attempted to change this character's feelings towards women. This older brother of Jellybean frequently resists the affections of Ethel Muggs. A sweatshirt sporting the letter S and a crown-like hat are usually...
Okay. Yeah, Jughead. Yeah, Jughead, the first... one of the first, like, asexual characters in American pop culture, or in situations where you would expect a person to have asexuality. Jughead was just kind of into hamburgers instead of having relationships.
A cover of this song that features the Onion AV Club Choir is by They Might Be Giants. The trumpet voluntary and Danny Boy are interpolated in this song, whose subject drinks a whiskey drink.
Okay. Yeah, because at the end, this came up in my recreational thinking, my most recent appearance on Yogesh's recreational thinking, where it starts out with a Pete Postlethwaite monologue from one of his movies, and then at the end it ends with somebody singing "Oh Danny Boy." We had easily Chumbawamba's biggest hit, Tub Thumping. Off the album, Tub Thumper? Yeah, I think the album was Tub Thumper.
Games for this console could be played using the commercial emulator Bleem. Ken Kutaragi is the father of this system, which was developed after Nintendo abandoned a deal to produce...
This is a piece. No, Kutaragi... That was the PlayStation. Damn it. Yeah, Nintendo stopped. Man, that's a bummer. I should have just stuck with my instincts, but instead I overthink it. Yeah, of course Ken Kutaragi was on PlayStation. I don't know. Overthought it.
Fiona Dourif appears on a show named for the...
I'll take that, though. Fiona Dourif is Brad Dourif's daughter, who plays a character in the recent imaginings of the Child's Play character Chucky. Charles Lee Ray, the serial killer who died and then used voodoo magic to put himself in the body of a good guy's doll. Yeah. So the recent Chucky stuff has been just bonkers. And Fiona Dourif's in the middle of it.
Future NFL coach Bill Parcells worked for this chain's original location in Wichita. This chain, which sells Wing Street brand chicken wings, sponsors the Book It program to
Yeah, I thought off of Wichita. I probably could have got that off of Wichita, but now I'm hesitant because I buzzed in early on PlayStation uh and royally messed it up. Yeah, Pizza Hut originated in Wichita.
In the first TV show about this man, he had a son named Sam Malloy. This
Sam
Phoenix
Malloy.
Foundation employee who wields a Swiss Army knife was played by Lucas Till in a CBS reboot.
Yeah, it's got to be MacGyver. They'll give me that. They'll give me that. Oh, they may not give me that. I didn't put a V in. Yeah. They may not give me that. We'll see. I have knowledge. I'll show them this video. I said MacGyver and then wrote down MacGyver. They may not give you that without the V. I don't know. We'll see.
This artist claims to be spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in the song Satellite, which appears on an album titled for his house. His album Fine Line includes hits such as Golden and Adore You, Watermelon Sugar, and...
That's Harry Styles, then. I know one thing about Harry Styles, and that he has a song... Alright, I know a couple things about... I know one thing about Harry Styles' singing career. He has a song called Watermelon Sugar. And then all the other stuff about him spitting on Chris Pine.
This 2022 film caused Alison Bechdel to add a corollary to the Bechdel test. Conrad Ricamora plays Will, a stand-in for Mr. Darcy, in this film adapted from Pride and Prejudice. Joel Kim Booster wrote and starred in, for 10 points, What film named after a gay village south of Long Island?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was based on Pride and Prejudice. That's interesting. Bunch of interesting stuff about that. I didn't know Alison Bechdel changed the Bechdel test, and I didn't know Fire Island was actually based on Pride and Prejudice. I was thinking it was going to be Pride and Prejudice and zombies for a little bit there, which would be an interesting addition to the Bechdel test. It's okay if there's the two named character women talk to each other about a man, but that man is a zombie.
This actor played the dictator of Nextoria in the 2021 film Coming to America.
I didn't see that.
A character played by this actor is born when his mother goes into premature labor after a vampire bites her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't type today, and it may cost me. But yeah, this is gonna be Wesley Snipes. That last part they're talking about was him as the Daywalker Blade. It has now been replaced by Mahershala Ali in the MCU. But yeah. They'll probably give me MacGyver. I'm still mad at myself for changing over that correct PlayStation buzz to something that was not even close to correct. Let's see if we have some amelioration in sports.
2 future NBA players with this surname played with Onyeka Okongwu at Chino Hills. A man with this surname played on the Illawarra Hawks before being drafted right after James Wiseman and winning Rookie of the Year with Charlotte. For 10 points, give the surname of NBA brother.
Well, that doesn't help me. Who are brothers that are playing in the league right now? That was a real unfortunate spot for it to freeze. I have no idea. Oh, and is it the Balls? Hey. All right, taking advantage of a little bit of a technical error there, but I think the extra time that I took to think about it makes up for the fact that they didn't give me the names that I was going to need to buzz anyway.
While facing the Dodgers' Charlie Huff, this man hit a 475-foot World Series home run. He annoyed
What's
teammates
that?
with a 1977 Sport interview in which he claimed that he, not Thurman Munson, was the straw that stirs the drink. The 1977 World Series MVP was, for 10 points, what Yankee dubbed Mr. October.
Who is? It's not Jackie Robinson. It's not. Why am I blanking on this? Yeah, Reggie Jackson. Man, that was just a full on blank. Full on blank.
This host country won an opening World Cup match despite conceding a 12th minute own goal to Croatia. After losing a star to a fractured vertebra, this country conceded 2 goals apiece to Andre Schürrle and Toni Kroos.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Brazil. Referencing the drubbing that they got in the semifinals of the World Cup that they hosted in 2010? It was either 2010 or 2014. I'm not great with years.
This quarterback threw for 472 yards in the game that made him the first 10,000-yard Division 1A passer.
So
He
college.
threw a long TD pass to Gerard Phelan to win a 1984 duel over Bernie Kosar. A 1984 Hail Mary to beat Miami was thrown by for...
Is that just Flutie? Yeah. Flutie, well, he didn't name the Hail Mary, so it's not necessarily the most famous Hail Mary in history, but he did. It's probably the most famous college Hail Mary. Because Hail Mary comes from I think it's before Roger Staubach. It was some Cowboys quarterback to beat the Vikings. But yeah, probably the most famous BC quarterback, and through a famous Hail Mary, it's going to be Doug Flutie.
This player's lob shots helped win the 1973 Mother's Day Massacre over Margaret Court.
Okay, so
in 2013, Don Van Natta reported that this player's mafia debts may have led to a 1973 match broadcast to 50 million Americans from the...
No, why, it's Billie Jean King. Oh, I had the wrong half of it. It was definitely the Battle of the Sexes. I just had the wrong half of it. They said they beat. So he had already beat Margaret Court. Huh? I didn't know he. I didn't know he was a serial Battle of the Sexers guy. Oh, flip that coin wrong.
This man was playing for the Lakers when he became the only 40-year-old to post a triple-double. This 2-time MVP was stripped in the post right before Michael Jordan hit a finals-winning shot over Brian Russell. For 10 points, what power forward on the 1990s Utah Jazz was nicknamed the...
It's Karl Malone. Yeah, I guess he would have been in his 40s right at the end there. Yeah, him and John Stockton, some couple of greats for the Jazz there that never won a ring because Michael Jordan won them all.
A year after this man put an Olympic gold medal in his father's casket, he won gold with a world record in the same event when Ben Johnson was DQ'd for doping. In 1996, he won his 4th straight Olympic gold in the long jump. For 10 points, what U.S. track star won 9 gold medals from 1984 to 1996?
Who was this? They said Michael Johnson already, right? Wasn't there another? I don't think it's something. Oh, of course, Carl Lewis. I just blanking on names.
In the first 7 weeks of the 2018-19 season, this team went 2-1-1 in 4 overtime games, including a Week 1 tie with the Steelers. In 2017, this team, led by quarterback Deshaun Kaiser and coach Hugh Jackson, went 0-16.
That's the Browns. Yeah. of the teams that have gone 0-16, the Browns were the ones that did it with Deshaun Kaiser.
In 2020, this MLB team became the first to be shut out in each game of a playoff series.
Oof.
A 2020 apology by broadcaster Tom Brenneman was interrupted by a home run
by Nick Castellanos for the Reds. Yep. One of those great moments in broadcast history where dude doesn't know he's live, says something that he really shouldn't have, is fired mid-game or resigns mid-game, leaves the booth mid-game. Or did he finish? He may have finished the game, but he was issuing an apology. And then Nick Castellanos, who's currently duking it out for the Phillies in the World Series. Nick Castellanos hits a home run to left field. He has to call it while he's giving in his apology. The weird stuff on live TV. All right, last one.
This player is the reigning MVP of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. At age 17, this guard led the losing team in minutes in the 2008 Olympic gold medal game, playing alongside Rudy Fernandez and Pau Gasol. For 10 points, what Spanish point guards NBA teams have included the Timberwolves?
No, it is Ricky Rubio. Actually, did fair. I was gonna say no because I blanked on some real bad ones like Reggie Jackson, Carl Lewis. This is something about Carl Lewis. I just always think that he was in the 60s. I just forget that he did all of his stuff while I was alive. Whenever I hear the name, I always think it's somebody who did their winning before you were alive. Not a bad week, not a great week, but there's some good questions in there. I have a very strong buzz on that Chucky one. That might be our actual first true opportunity at a best buzz. But we'll see. Somebody could have just buzzed in directly off of Fiona Dourif, which would be wild. That's some real quick recognition there. But that's it for this week. If you want to play Buzzword yourself, you can go to naqt.com/buzzword, see if they have any games going. And it'd really help me out if you hit that subscribe button. That'd be great. We'll be back with more later.